Yeah.
Alright, so today's date is July 28th. My name is Kelly Zacovic. I'm representing the City of Savannah Municipal Archives. I'm interviewing Bertha Gibbons for the Savannah Community Memory Project. We're conducting this interview at the Woodville Community Center, so thank you for joining us today. And so, introduce yourself to us, please.
My name is Bertha Gibbons. I live on Burke Avenue, Savannah, Georgia. I'm originally from Garden City. Oh, it's supposed to be Garden City too.
And so, what would you consider the boundaries of the Woodville neighborhood?
You have 40 go out? Which
Yeah.
one?
Like, what's the northernmost street? What's the southernmost street?
The most streets.
Like, how big is Woodville? Where does it start and where does it stop?
We'll start from this City Avenue to Tompkins School that over there. I forgot the name of the street. Right where the school at. I went to that school all my life. I can't think of the name of it. It goes all the way to Tompkins School over there. That's the last of Woodville. Yeah.
And when were you born?
August 28th, 1946.
And where were you born?
Garden City. Chatham, Garden City, Georgia.
What were your parents' names?
Robert and Elizabeth Smith.
Were they also from this area?
No, they're from Garden City. My mother is the Edwards in Garden City. There's so many Edwards, everybody can each other, even my pastor. And the school is named Groves High School. The middle name of it is Edwards, because that was my grandfather's property, where they built the school at. And the street name is Priscilla Thomas Way. That's Dr. Priscilla Thomas, the Chatham County Commission. That's my cousin, my mama's niece. And they named it after her, Priscilla Thomas Way. The street in front of the school. It is very historic, and because they did a lot of history things. Like Miss Thomas, she was one of the one with the march on, the segregation and all that stuff, integration. She did a lot of things in this community. I wish she could have taught that she can, but she can talk. She got a little dementia. She's so historical. She did so many things for Woodville and everywhere.
Do you want to tell us more about the lot of Groves School? I think that's interesting.
The school, it was Tompkins Elementary School. Started out when I was going to elementary down the hill. We had a place down the hill. It originally was Scott School, and that was down the hill. Then we had a Tompkins High. I went to school 1st through 12th. Tompkins had an elementary school. I went 12, 1 through 7. Then they built the new school up hill, and we went 8th through 12th. We had a big graduation for going to 8th grade.
Were there any other traditions at the school that were a big deal?
I didn't like that they took it down, but they still got the name in that for the school they got now. But our school, I loved my school. It was very strict teachers, and they were concerned about the students, and they got closer with the parents. The parents were just like they know them, And my mother went to Tompkins. Back in the days it was Woodville. It was Woodville School. That's the name of it used to be. Where they started making it Tompkins after Saronia Tompkins. The very original name of the principal of the school name was Saronia Tompkins, and they named the school after her. When I was going to school, she was an old lady, but she was strict. I was elementary then. And she was very she wanted kids to get their education. She didn't like that playing that stuff, skipping school and all that stuff. And they got the principal, Mr. Luton, James E. Luton. Oh, nobody was stricter than him. He didn't even want you to walk on the grass. Pam could tell you about him. He was a good principal. He was there when I graduated.
Is there any?
Then I ended up working to Tompkins School too, until they tore it down.
What did you do there?
I was a sub teacher. Then he had me start teaching at the school. They tore the school out. I worked there 20 years, and I went there as a from elementary to high school. Then my kids went to the elementary part. Let me see, they did go to high school up there. Yeah, my son graduated from the high school. My son graduated from high school, except the baby when he graduated from Rhodes. Mm-hmm.
Do you want to talk a little bit more about when they tore it down? Was it how it was?
It was a down the hill. I like the way the old school was. We call it like down the, we come like they got school up the hill. We call it down the hill. Yeah, it was like walking down like a hill. Like I liked the old school. I loved it. And we had rows of wings, like the first grade, second grade, third grade wings, like that. Something like a prison, like, but it's not. Well, not. Then they got a graveyard right behind the school. And since I was living in Woodville, we got hundreds of people that were buried back there. It's a big graveyard right there, behind the school, into the school. They call Spring Street. That's right into the school. And we had an old building. They tore it down just before they built the Tompkins School now. Secondary education. They had a building over there. It was our gym. It used to be cold, and it was a brick building, and they had kept it for a long time with our PE classes over there. We went with physical education, and then they started having a learning center. Then they had another building. Oh, you was thinking about they had another building on the side where the janitor lived at. And his wife lived there, and then they had a canning, and they did canning over there. You go over there during the summer, they did canning in that building. You can your vegetables or whatever. Yeah. It was very historical to me because that building been there for a long time too. And there was something about it because Mr. Wright and Mrs. Wright, they lived there on the campus.
And were those the janitors?
He was a janitor and his wife.
How long did he work there, do you know?
Ooh, I don't know. He's been there a long time. I don't know, years too. You know. Mm-hmm. I forgot about them. And he was a janitor, but he was like a teacher too. He looked out for the kids. You make sure you see him around doing, you ain't doing nothing, you ain't got no business, and don't walk on that grass and stuff like that. And I love Mr. Wright, and Mrs. Wright. They had one daughter, Ruth. Her name was Ruth Wright. She became a teacher. She taught school, and she died years ago. And she taught music. Her mother knew how to play the piano too. She taught music to daughter.
Anything else about the school we should know?
I graduated from there. I'm trying to think. I loved it at school. I loved the elementary better because how it was. And we go down, because the lunchroom, okay, they had the rows of classes, but the room was on the side. You had to go up on, right on the side, and had a library and a nurse's office and all that. It was connected to the school, but it was like separated. It got a hallway, and the lunchroom and the library and the gym. We called it a gym too, big gym. All that made it together. Just like I remember that.
Were sports a big deal at the school?
Sport? Yeah. Oh yes. Our school had a rival, Beach High School and Lucy Laney School, and we called it the rival because they were the best time for having games. Our school and Beach, and then Johnson High School. Then Lucy Laney was one of them, and the other school that just got threatened another day. Bradshaw, right? I can't remember the name. Anyway, mainly was Beach and Tompkins. Everybody go to that game when Beach and Tompkins played. That was a good times. Yeah. We had the best football team though, and we had a good band and majorettes. We had a big band. And at the school, I was working with the PTA, and we had a group called the Booster Club. I was into that with my kids, and that's what I can remember. I was very active in the school with them.
What else did kids do for fun in this neighborhood growing up?
Just bringing fun. I really did have they have a picnic over in the park over there. Let me sit there. Oh, the park back over there. My kids didn't do a lot of things with niggas. They lived in home and stuff. Did things with me, taking them places like different places during the summer. Let me see what I think. the daddy on a football team, I know. The neighborhood did a lot of stuff. Kids on this side over here, you know. And they built this center. I think I was a young girl when they built this center. I don't know how long the center been here. Been here a long time. And Mr. Sad, let's say it first name. His picture on the wall, and he did a lot for the kids and stuff in the neighborhood. His house still is right there too. The house right over there. He did a lot for the children in the neighborhood and for the adults. He was a fun man. That did nice stuff. He was a good president. I think that was the first president, yeah, of the neighborhood. His picture's out there on the wall. And his daughter got a house built right there. His granddaughter right there. And his daughter lived on the next street. And his son was very, he played football and stuff, and he did a lot of things. And I said a lot of kids, they did a lot of things coming. They doing good now. That was my purpose of helping the children to do. I did a lot for the kids in my neighborhood around there. I did a lot, carrying them to the movies, and I'm always getting them stuff like cookies and getting them school supply, and taking them places with me. Around my neighborhood, my street, Burke Avenue. We did a lot of things. The kids are growing up now.
Are there still a lot of kids around?
New people that move in. A lot of them around there now because it's a different set of people now. In my movie right now, we had no street light. It was black. I don't know what. No street lights. It was the night I moved in there. When I got married. It was raining and the street was so muddy. Oh, the leaders cars at the end of the street. It was all muddy up. Then they got new thing, got all lights now. The streets are paved. And that's what I can think about when I'm here. Streets are paved. And the neighbors got around the neighborhood, my neighborhood, they look out for each other. The kids and stuff, they respect you too. When you ain't home and they see them out in the street or something, they're gonna say something to them. You know, they know my kids didn't go all around the whole neighborhood. They stay right in the neighborhood. Most of the children, the next street, like Listener, Kingman, everybody played in the neighborhood, you know. And sometimes on the weekend you see them out there, when they had that first snow, you see everybody like they come on Burke Avenue. Everybody been together having fun, you know. But the kids got along pretty good. They got along good. We had the bus. The buses to pick my kids up. You know, they started getting the bus later, because they used to walk to school. They used to walk from my house to Tompkins School. Then they started having the buses picking them up to the end of the street.
About what year was that?
I can't remember. I don't remember that. I remember they started picking them up on the bus, carrying them to school. And at Scott School back in, I think it's a learning building now. Behind Tompkins, you got to go Fair Street, it's the old Scott School. That's another school I worked in too. My son went there, and it was a middle school. They built that later too. Yeah. See, the new things in the middle was Tompkins High School, they were remodeled, built over, and Scott School, they got it something else now. Something we're doing with special kids or something. Did a lot of stuff in the neighborhood that I've seen that's different. A lot of businesses gonna come up around too. Because this was, we're doing them at Tompkins. But Woodville had the Bill-A-Rama used to be down there. Had a chicken place right there. Next, in the school, in that car place next to that. A gas station. Now it is a car dealer. I think they fix cars and stuff. I can't remember the name of it, right there on the corner of. The name of that school, Tompkins School, I can't remember right now. It's a church right there too. It's a historical church. It's been there a long time. Brantley Baptist Church, right by the school. Now the school have fenced in now. You know, there was then they started having in the neighborhood have election. They would go over there and vote and stuff. Then they stop it now. So have to go somewhere else. My son played football, basketball, that is basketball. He got hurt over the Scott School, running down the hall and turned his whole leg around back. And he was interested, he played basketball at the time. The whole neighborhood down there bloom and blossom up. Plenty of things. I love it. Got a lot of new houses in the neighborhood. A lot of homes make it look different. Build up places that. And on the other side over here, they got a lot of new homes over there. And then on my street, they remodeling 2 houses in front of me. They done remodel. The person moved out. The girl that had the house, her mom's house, she was a nurse at Memorial. Now she's a doctor at Emory University. She didn't went to Thompson School. She went to 70 Advantage. And their house was being remodeled. Somebody else had on it. So the realtor came to my house and asked me, was already asked me some information because an investor got the house. I don't know what he doing. Got it. They were working day and night in the house next to that being remodeled. The collaborated houses, anything collaborated running, they get rid of. A lot of the older people that moving. Some of the young children they're not interested in stuff. They're getting them remodeled and stuff. And it looks good. I love it. Get the remodel. I like the neighborhood built up. And Tyrone know a lot of things about. I know you done talked to him. Tyrone Ware. He learned a lot of. I taught him in school. He learned a lot of history of the neighborhood. He knows lots of history. He invests in doing that, studying that. And the man, Mr. Bryan, he did a lot of things with the kids in the neighborhood. Like to the park, had things for the park, picnic and stuff for them like holidays. My neighborhood came up a lot because, I think it's about 4 houses. I moved there in 1965. It's a lot of difference. When we got the light, we thought we was in Hollywood. It was so black dot, you couldn't even see your own hand.
Do you remember when the lights and the street paving came in?
Paving came in after the light. I don't remember when it became after. We needed after. I think of somebody. I put his name when he's dead now. So, man, he did a lot in the neighborhood. I can't think of his name. So, old man, he did a lot for the children in the neighborhood too. There are a lot of older people that invested some of the children, helping some of the kids. They want to see them do better. And I see a lot of them I know that came up do better, doing good for themselves. I like that working with the kids anyway. I like to see the kids doing something.
Do those kids still live in
they're
the
adults.
neighborhood? Yeah.
Yeah, we
Are they?
No. I am let me see. Since I've been living there, I'm the only older one right now. I'm not older. It's other older people. Older ones still in that same house. Mm-hmm. Let me see. That's right. Because a boy came out one evening, Mr. Gibbons, I come and talk to you. You know what? All that neighborhood around you don't still living right. You still living right here with your husband. Now somehow I got the kids living in it. I went Alma. From Miss Green. Alma living. She's living in Atlanta. She living in Mama's house. Still got her house, Mama's house going. And Miss Ella, her granddaughter live in her house. That's it. Yeah.
So you mentioned some of the businesses. Do you remember any of the names or?
Billarama. That's not Billarama no more. It's a lumber company or something. Not lumber company. Some kind of steel company in the corner of Spring Street. And we had some places done collaborated out. We had the chicken place right there. On the right, and then Billarama. The gas station was down there, Lee's gas station. That was our good friend Lee. He was right there by the school. The kids would go there to the station and buy the candies and stuff. Then we had a lady on Fair Street, Miss Pinckney. She had a little store. That's where the kids go get their little candies and cookies at store in the neighborhood. It was two. That used to be a club over there. That one building over there. I can't think of something. In Lee's store, that was he did not let those kids come in that store. He had a gas station too, right? There was a gas station. Long school time coming to church, and he don't let, he was strict on that. Because he said he's skipping. They go over skipping.
And where was Lee's?
The store was right there. Okay, the last establishment on this corner, going down Bay Street. Before you get to the railroad track, there's something else there now. That's a whole big car place. I don't know, they fix cars and whatever. A nice building right there. It's a nice, I can't think of the name of it. It's nice, nice building right there. And that's it. But Billarama, we was glad, everybody was glad for Billarama.
Why were they glad?
I don't know, been at this close out. And they don't have any Billaramas now. There used to be some in Savannah. No, none. They phase out. You know. That's what I could think about. I think of something after I go home.
What did people out here do?
Huh?
Oh, go ahead.
On the corner of me, there's a house right there. It's a church on the corner of the street right by me. You turn on Bay's right on Bay right there. It's a church. There used to be a store right on the, it's still an empty place, empty now. There used to be a store right there on the corner of the street too, right there. There's the man that died and somebody got, it's nothing now in there, nothing now and there. Now just pavement and a little building standing up. But they seen about that, doing something, phase that out. It's a church on the corner by me. And then on the corner of Fair, Listen Avenue, it's a, I think she fixed hair, it's a hair shop. And she had old stuff that, you know, I can't think of the name of it. Old things that she sells. But she very interested in this thing she's doing here, right on the corner by the railroad track. The last building, yeah. And it's another building. I don't know what he do. It's a established. I don't be paying attention to nothing down there. It's a building on the corner by the railroad. That's Woodville too. So he it's a kind of business that he got a business right there. And the trucking company, none of that was on Listen Avenue when I moved there. On the next street from me, nothing but trucking company now, all down. That's where they got trucking companies. None of that been there now. When I moved around, there was nothing like there was just empty lots over there. On the other side, a lot of houses done came up. I'm trying to think of stuff. And they got the bus stop, that's new, and they got the benches out there now, and the signs out there. We didn't have that. The buses wasn't coming to this side. I don't know what year it started it. The bus stop coming. You know.
Where's the bus stop?
We got a bus stop right there on my street. They got bus stop right on this street now too. They got a bus come through, they got to go down Fair. They got buses going down Fair Street, they come through there. And they come through one of them streets, or one of them Avion, you come through one of them subdivision, the city bus. Mm-hmm. You didn't have none of that.
What did people out here do for work?
Union Camp, Sugar Refinery. My husband retired from Sugar Refinery. Union Camp had a lot of workers over there. John Manville, Long ID ILA, Longshoreman, and a lot of person at the Union Camp, Sugar Refinery, ILA, the Railroad, Mr. John Manville, and Royal, another plant down there too. Everybody had good jobs. Steel mill. Mm-hmm.
They were pretty good jobs?
Yes. My neighbors around me, yeah.
What is John Manville?
Right across, they build roofing. Mm-hmm. It's a big old plant right there. This used to be a bank right there. We had a bank right there, used to be on the corner. It's nothing there now. It's a bank. We had a bank. We got the library. We didn't have that. We got a library. I forgot about that. Got a library and RVs all of them right there. They've been there for years now too. And I forgot about the bank. It was a bank. It's another bank there now. Something like a housing, was housing or something. It's a bank, another building right over there. The other big bank, they closed that down. Wachovia. I just thought about that. What else we had? Into the shopping center, they got stores. That's Woodville. It's part of Highway 80. gas stations were here. We got 2 gas stations.
So you mentioned some churches. Are there any specific churches that we should know about?
Okay, the church, Jerusalem in the corner, Brampton Baptist Church. Oh, Reverend, we got a church down there on Wright Street, I forgot it. O'Berry Church, that's called the O'Berry Church. Brampton. That's it. That's it.
Were there any other resources that supported the community out here?
Like what?
Like the community center or any groups, like the neighborhood association group?
Yeah, the center, this is the center right here where they had, right here. They used to meet right here, right here. And Tonkin had things like the PTA, they had a lot of things that be over there, like programs for the kids and stuff at Tonkin. Me and Tonkin was sports, a lot of sports too. And we had one of the best band too, Tonkin High School band. A lot of stuff was started right here, with Mr. Bryan. He started a lot of things in the neighborhood was going on, Can't think, that's only 2 churches I can think of. Yeah. This church just came here about, this church did been there about, I don't know, what's 8 years or something. Might have been 8 years. That's a good community church. He does things. Like he sometimes have things for the community. Mr. Glover, Jerusalem Church.
What kind of stuff do they do for the community?
Sometimes he'll throw water rides out there, have hot dogs and hamburgers for the kids. He'll bring in the bouncing balls and stuff. Then he have the brown bag every month now too, that people come and get food and stuff. And he have a lot of activity be going in his church. And he have things going. I don't know, the kids be there, and he have things for the kids. Now back to school, he probably have a back to school too giveaway. Probably gonna be this week, be next week. He have a back to school giveaway. And right here, we started with a lot of things right here. And this building come a long way too. It was just a little building, and then add on and got it, it's bigger. And they used to go to the park. A lot of kids was really, not really no street kids a lot. They been like in a brand new neighborhood. The way they came up. They ain't things different now for Sharon, all over now. Yeah. It's been a good community. We never had it's a church. There's another church I've got. Right now, Apple. It's 2 churches right there on Apple Street. Can't think of the name of them. There's 2 of them right there on that. When you leave here, when you come out to the light, there's 2 churches right on that side. And the last one, the big white building, that been there. They didn't been there that long, but the brick building. Little Brian, yeah. And another one, we got 2 on Fair Street, New Zion, right by the railroad track. When you come straight on down Fair, it's one right to the railroad track. I forgot about that one. That's an older church too. They had a lot of old people in that church. They did a lot of things in the neighborhood. Like I can't think that man is. Somebody probably brought his name up. I can't think of him in the older. I can't think of him. He did a lot of things in the neighborhood, Mr. Can't think of him. And Miss Taylor lived right around there on Avion. She did a lot of things. She used to come here and she's not able now. And I forgot the New Zion Church right there. That's about 6 churches. 1, 2. Taylor Chapel, right here on the street, right there on the corner. I forgot about Taylor Chapel. Taylor Chapel, New Zion, Brampton Baptist Church. We got about 8 churches. I ain't thought about that. There's 2 churches down there. One right there, Taylor Chapel right here, and Brampton and Buzzard. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite memory or favorite memories of the neighborhood?
favorite neighborhood, favorite. I like it. I like how the neighborhood is different now. How they now build it up. I love it doing things to make the neighborhood look better. And and the kids came up back then. They had a lot of fun work doing little six up things together. You know, most of the kids was parents that had them all out in the street and stuff. They, you know, good kids. They did a lot of things like on the weekend. They outside playing doing after work. The girls and boys out there in the street playing in front of their house. Every one of them got together like most by my house. And they go up on the, they built that, see where that store was at down there. They used to go right there playing right there, too, skating and stuff. In the neighborhood, everybody wants to stay in their neighborhood. You didn't see a lot of things going on. The parents back then, they had them, they did things like on trips and stuff like, he used to like to give trips, like to go on trips and stuff like the amusement park or stuff. And a lot of kids stayed mostly in their neighborhood. You know, parents were like, they did little fun things together. That was really a lot to them fun, you know. But he turned nowadays different training. Like my two older kids, they like older, they more like they matured about things like old fashioned. Then the younger one, 60 years apart. The difference between them and two. The difference between them is that they more older fashioned and they like you than him. And they came up that way. They did this. I don't know how you say. They are more mature than him. He mature, but they are more mature in them. And they raise up the way like they didn't run the street a lot. He don't either. I'm calling the word running the street. They don't be out in the street a lot. You know, they grown older men and they work a lot. They work and does stuff. One of my sons is a part owner of the bondage company, and the other ones he retired from the army and retired from the sheriff department, and he worked for the city. He retired from the city 15 years because he went and worked for the sheriff department. Now he retired from them. Now he worked for Cramp Riverside. He got something he got to do. He's a widow now. And he's very old fashioned. And the other one, he's owner of the bonding company, him in a partnership. Baby son, he worked for Affinity. Everybody got their life together. And the neighborhood has changed a lot too. I like how they got, I was coming for years and I stopped. I go to two of them, the senior citizen. I had it build up and everybody doing things, looking out for one another. And Pam doing a good job. And Anderson.
Are there any other leaders in the community right now we should know about?
Leaders? Same thing. Pam, Tyron used to be the president. Pam is the president now, Pam Anderson. And I can't think now. She getting things done though. He did things too though, Tyron. He did things, then they got a lot of things going. They just got through, excuse me. They just had a book bag given away the other day. It was really nice to have for the kids. They had hot dogs and hamburgers and chips and stuff. And they had bingo games for them. And they gave them out their book, school supply. They always doing something for the kids. Now they're going back to school, they had their little party. They probably have something else for them, like Labor Day, bouncy house or whatever. Bring the kids together. Christmas, they have something, they have Christmas parties, stuff for the kids. And they have bingo for the kids on every third, they started back now. Every third Thursday. Even the little ones play bingo. The little ones that everybody can play bingo, just for the kids and stuff. And they love it, It's an afternoon. They always having something here for the kids. Pam and Miss they always having things going for the kids. That's what they got to do is computers and back to school open, they have their little program going on in here. TV. Oh, yeah. The game room, they call it the game room. Most of the kids be on the computer. Yeah. It came a long way. Long way. It's a lot of activity to have with the kids. And I like that. I like to keep the kids doing things and showing interest in the charity, learning and fun. Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to share with us about Woodville?
I've been here a long time. I like it. Yeah, man. It came up a long way though. It's a long way. For 59 years. I see it built up and grown up and better. Everything better. That's what I can do. We got that big old trucking company over there. Oil trucking company all the way down. They used to come through the streets, the big old trucks. They got orders for that. They can't come through our streets and stuff. Because you never know when somebody come, a car can come out and out, you know. They have to go to Lister Avenue, and now they come to Apple, and they stop, they can't go no further. And they just got those done. That's good too. Because it was hard with those tramper trucks. They just be coming through the streets and stuff. All the streets around over there, they can't do it no more. They got a lot of things done too though. They got the stop signs, you know, had all that stuff. Not as lately, they got the stop signs and I think what else. Always had the railroad tracks. I was born and raised by the railroad track, right by my house, by Grove High School at now. I was born and raised there. I was raised there. My church down there too. That's what I can think of.
Any last thoughts? Like anything else before we?
No, I'm thinking of next. But I get home and I think everything.
Of course. Okay, well, thank you so much.